Are you prepared for the cataclysmic earth changes that are coming our way? Michael Snyder reports. An absolute massive volcanic eruption in Russia has created a cloud of dust and ash that is 1,000 miles long. Yes, that is normal. In recent days, we have also seen spectacular eruption of lava at Mount Etna in Italy. Volcanic activity has caused a brand new island to emerge off the coast of Japan as well, and thousands of people have been forced to evacuate in Iceland as volcanic magma raises to the surface near the town of Grindavik. And if you understand the period of world history that we're living in, then you already know that what we're experiencing now is just the tip of the iceberg. Unfortunately, the vast majority of the population is completely and utterly unprepared for the apocalyptic earth changes that are rapidly approaching us. Personally, he says, I was stunned when I heard that about what was taking place in Russia. I knew that there had been an eruption, but I didn't know that it had actually created a cloud of dust and ash that is 1,000 miles long. Eurasia's tallest volcano has violently erupted, throwing a 1,000-mile long cloud of dust and ash into the air, new NASA satellite images show. Klitschevskoy, sometimes referred to as Klitschevskaya Sopka, is an active stratovolcano in Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula, which has tens of volcanoes there, which is home to more than 300 other volcanoes, and Klitschevskoy's peak is about 15,584 feet above sea level, making it taller than any other volcano in Asia or Europe, according to the Kamchatka Volcano Eruption Response Team KVERT. Eruptions of this magnitude have the potential to dramatically affect the climate of our entire planet. On November 1st, the cloud of ash and dust from this eruption actually reached a maximum height of 7.5 miles. Klitschevskoy has been continually erupting since mid-June, but on November 1st, a massive volcanic explosion released a torrent of smoke and ash, which reached a maximum height of 7.5 miles above Earth's surface, according to NASA's Earth Observatory. So this is serious. But because it's happening in Russia, most people in the Western world simply do not care what's happening there. Meanwhile, rapidly rising magma is now only about 500 meters from the surface near the town of Grindavik in Iceland. A huge 9-mile-long magma intrusion just northwest of Grindavik has formed and is growing, according to experts, with magma thought to be as close as 500 meters from the surface. Just a few days ago, experts were saying that magma was accumulating 3 miles below ground, that it has now risen much closer, if estimates are correct. At this stage, it's not possible to determine exactly whether and where magma might reach the surface, the Meteorological Office said of Iceland. I hope that everyone is long gone from that area by now, because it appears that major eruptions could be imminent. Prior to being evacuated, local residents could literally hear thunder in the ground as rapidly moving magma caused earthquakes after earthquake to happen right under their feet. Residents in Iceland fear homes in the evacuated town of Grindavik could be frozen in time like Pompeii should they be covered in lava. British expat Anne Sigurgen, 66 years old, moved to Iceland from Carlisle 7 years ago with her husband Siggy, 63. She told the Mirror, the island could be ripped apart. We fear Grindavik could end up frozen in time like Pompeii. She said she could hear the heavy earthquakes plaguing the area before she could feel them, describing them as thunder in the ground. Unfortunately, this could be just the beginning of Iceland's problems. According to one volcanologist, what we're currently witnessing could be part of a new eruptive phase which could possibly last for hundreds of years. Iceland's looming volcano blast is just the beginning of a new era of volcanic eruptions that will last for centuries, with the build-up of magma beneath the coastal town of Grindavik signaling that more is to come, scientists warned. The Fagradalsfjall volcano on the Reykjanes Peninsula is threatening eruption, with Iceland's Met Office saying that the likelihood of a volcanic eruption is high and could happen at any time in the coming days. After 800 years of inactivity, a 2021 eruption marked the start of a new cycle of volcanic activity, and now Cambridge volcanologist Clive Oppenheimer says that blast may have kicked off a new eruptive phase which could last centuries. Of course, it is not just Iceland that's seeing unusual seismic activity. According to the Smithsonian Institute Global Volcanism Program, 19 volcanoes are erupting all over the globe right now, but that list does not include all erupting volcanoes. The Smithsonian Institute's Global Volcanism Program tracks new eruptions and updates its list of currently erupting volcanoes on Wednesdays, every Wednesday. The most recent update shows 3 new eruptions, bringing the list total at 19 eruptions at once. The list does not include all eruptive volcanoes. The new volcanic eruptions have some people voicing their concerns on social media. Volcanoes erupt simultaneously in Italy, Iceland, Japan, Mexico, Russia, Philippines, etc. Below is a volcanic activity map of 2013 versus 2023. Totally normal, right? One person posted on X, formerly Twitter. Sadly, the changes that are happening to our planet will greatly accelerate during the months and years that are ahead of us. So are you ready? Are you prepared for truly cataclysmic Earth changes? One recent survey discovered that 34% of Americans believe they can be the sole survivor of the apocalypse. A third of Americans, 34%, believe they can be the sole survivor of the apocalypse. A new survey reveals the poll of 2,000 U.S. adults looked at how this would be the case and found that these respondents believed they'd outlast everyone because of their strong survival skills, 54% said, and adaptability, 53% said. 3 in 10 see themselves as the underdog of the apocalypse, while more respondents believe they're the top dog who would undoubtedly survive it all. That's 33%. According to Americans, the ideal survival team they would build to get through the apocalypse includes Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, 43%, Chuck Norris, 36%, Superman, 33%, John Cena, 26%, and MacGyver, 23%. To me, that survey makes it very clear that Americans have been watching way too much television. This is not a game. This is the real world, and the cold, hard reality of the matter is that our planet is becoming very unstable. So I would encourage everyone to get prepared while they still can, because much greater natural disasters are on the way, it appears. And this is by Michael Snyder. He says about the author, my name is Michael. My brand new book entitled Chaos is now available on paperback and Kindle on Amazon. In addition to my new book, I've written several other books available on Amazon, including 7-Year Apocalypse, Lost Prophecies of the Future of America, The Beginning Again, and Living a Life That Really Matters, commissioned earned. And when you purchase any of these books, you help to support the work that I'm doing. And one way that you can really help is by sending copies as gifts to family and friends. Time is short, and I need help getting these warnings into the hands of as many people as possible. I've also started a brand new Substack newsletter, and I encourage you to subscribe so you won't miss any of my articles. I've published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, and the most important news. And the articles that I publish on those sites are republished on dozens of other prominent websites all over the globe. I always freely and happily allow others to republish my articles on their own websites, but I also ask that they include this about the author section with each article. The material contained in this article is for general information purposes only, and readers should consult licensed professionals before making legal, business, financial, or health decisions. I encourage you to follow me on social media, Facebook and Twitter, and any way that you can share these articles with others is definitely a great help. These are such troubled times and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. If you have not already done so, I strongly urge you to invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. This is by Michael Snyder on End of the American Dream. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.